All right, so I was I was off at LARP this weekend. I'm gonna tell you guys about the final mod, the last thing that people did this game, the last plot point that the NPCs ran. It was really cool. This isn't really a story about me so much as it is a story about the game. So a lot of like the stuff that we've been doing plot wise from an NPC side of things and a plot side of things is related to the Far Realm. And the Far Realm is the place where all the fucking Cthulhian nightmares and horrible shit like that comes from, you know? Like this game, we had some weird tentacle, bat wing, floppy, flyy creatures that would hug your face and, garrot you to death by, alien facehugger style attacks. Which is like, hell yes. you know? Um, so there's nothing written about monsters that come from the Far Realm in like documentation about NPC stuff. So we can kind of make our own, you know? Which is cool. Because there could be anything in the Far Realm. But anyway, the last mod of the game, the last thing that they did in the game was they had to travel to the Far Realm to retrieve some items that had been lost by somebody who got like abducted to the Far Realm earlier in the game. They wanted to get some of the items back and stuff. And there's an NPC that was like, "Oh, I can take you there. Yes, I can far walk. I'm it's not a good thing. And when we get there, we'll need to get the blood of whatever creature so that we can come back. But if you think we can go there, I'll take you to the place, and you kill the big thing and get your stuff, and then we'll leave." So yeah, Far Realm. So they arrived in this place. The players arrived in this place. That basically is like we had painted a big circle in the snow, like a huge circle, and when the players arrived, there was an announcement, like there's a descriptive hold. One of the GMs stepped forward and was like, "Hold. Okay, when you arrive, you see that you're on top of a giant nest. It's a big nest, and there's corpses of creatures that you've never seen before, and it's weird and strange, and the sky is red and gray, and there's like swirls of weird colors and stuff, and they'd been teleported to the Far Realm. And then he added, "Oh, and over the sides, nothing. You look down, you can see down there, you can't even see the bottom of the drop. You can't see the bottom of the drop. You fall down there, it's gonna be bad for you." So that was the setup, and the players are like, "Oh, fuck," So they show up, and there's a bunch of little NPCs playing these like little bird things, like these Far Realm like bird spiders. They're really creepy looking, like 6 eyes and little bird noises and stuff. And they're digging through this little bag when the players arrive, and as soon as they arrive, the little birds attack them, and there's a fight, and then they're in this big nest, and there's a little bit of a fight, and then the big one swoops in. And the big bird is played by 3 people, all sort of like holding hands. Like there's one person in the middle playing the mouth of the bird, and then there's a wing on either side. And they're swinging for massive amounts of damage. 10 massive, actually, is the call on the wings. And the middle guy had, all kinds of spell abilities and physical engulf, which is like an eating you move, stuff like that. It was a very, very dangerous monster. And the whole thing played out really awesomely because it sort of worked like a video game boss, The little babies attacked them. They killed the little babies. The mama bird spider would fly around the edge, and there were NPCs with white headbands on, which is like the symbol for being out of game, standing on the edges that would like throw magic from when the big bird was near them as it was like flying around the edge of the nest. And when it landed, it fought for a while, and it did all these cool abilities and like nasty stuff to the players. But the most nasty thing is it had a pushback ability. it had an ability that would push you 10 feet. When it got too damaged, it would catch up. When it got too damaged, it would fly up, like it would scream, knock everybody back, and fly up. And this is the 10 Mighty call, and it's like an area. So, stun Screech, which is Earth Roar. And everybody who can hear Earth Roar is stunned for 5 seconds. And then 10 Mighty pushes everybody back 10 feet, like directly from the bird. So it's one of those things where it's like, if you're standing near the edge, you could die. You know, the first time they did it so that kind of nobody would fall, you know, there wasn't really anybody in the way. And, you know, that kind of stuff. I saw some people get very, very close to the edge during this fight. And of course, every time the mama bird lifted up, NPCs would playing the little birds would come out of the ground again because they're like burrowing out the twigs and the nest and stuff and fight. So there was small periods of break in between like the big bird being around, but there's always like stuff happening. Whether it be like the big bird throwing magic from where it's flying or the little ones attacking from under the nest. It was a frantic fight, and it was super fun. I've heard a lot of positive feedback about it. One person died, and it's because they got eaten. They got eaten, like they physical engulf, and they got eaten, and they died before they could be rescued. Sadler's character, Brad's character, almost got eaten too, but you know, recovered. It was like a 30-minute fight, yeah. Everybody was tired by the end, and I hope that it made people scared. Definitely. I think when you choose to take a portal or whatever, take a teleport to the far realm, you best be ready to fight for your life. This is not a friendly place, you know, that you're going for a fun time. This is a nasty, vicious, kill you in the face place that is completely foreign and hostile to you. And I liked how we sort of represented that. I thought it was a fun fight, and I hope that the players thought it was a fun fight too. How many PCs? There were probably like 28, 30 PCs, and we had an NPC team of like 10 or 12, I would say. But you know, we get to respawn and they don't. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, so cool. Last mod was super awesome. There's a big bird that was like almost throwing people off the edge of a cliff. It was very, very close. I saw people get like literally this close to their character falling off the edge of a ledge in the far realm and dying. It's cool. It was a cool fight. And it was fun to sort of do some video game boss mechanics, but like in real life. What was I doing? I was one of the white headbanded magic throwers. So whenever the big bird would like circle around near me, I would throw ice shards into the crowd. So I would call like you know, elemental blast, 30 magic ice, and throw a little birdseed packet. And I'm pretty accurate with my packets. I would say of all the people throwing packets, I probably hit the most players, which I will take as a point of pride, because it was supposed to be scary.